You're watching JD's Variety Channel.
Good day to everyone out there. I hope you are doing well. Today is November 4th. It's the day before my birthday. So go ahead and comment below and guess how old I'm gonna be tomorrow. So anyway, I drove out into the country. I am in Virginia right now, and I am at an old school that I had mapped out that is actually still in use today. And according to the little bit of research I did, nothing in depth, it was built prior to sometime prior to 1934, and looking at the topographical maps, it looks like it was rebuilt completely, or at least added on to extensively, sometime between 1958 and 1962. It's in a really awesome location out here, and I may actually do some door knocking out here sometime. The old homesteads are just phenomenal, and it's real beautiful out right now in the country. All the leaves changing, so maybe I'll get to show you guys some scenery. It's kind of weird on some of the metal detecting videos, because there's some videos where I don't care. You know, I just film and show everything where I'm at, and sometimes I don't show my location for obvious reasons. So I'm gonna get to digging, and hopefully we can pull something up. Stand by. So right after I filmed that clip in my car, I was getting ready to start hunting the skull. And the reason I've been doing a lot of skulls recently is I've just been doing it to relax. I'm taking a break from door knocking. I'm trying to go out in some rural areas, some older areas, just do some scouting and look around some old skulls that I've been able to find on maps and things like that on the weekends. So I get out of this place to start hunting, and I looked around for like 20-30 minutes. I didn't find much. It had been detected pretty good in the past. You know, it's an amazing location. I can only imagine why. And I had only found a few clad coins. One was a quarter dating 1967, was down a few inches. Hard to say how long it's been under the ground. But I had found 4 modern to semi-modern coins in about a half an hour. And while I was hunting, the guy that owns some of the properties across the street, which are absolutely amazing, and I stopped because he was with someone else and they were looking over my way, so I stopped to say, hey, you know, how's it going, and wave at him, and he yelled over, why don't you come look at my place, and we can split the fines. I didn't even ask him. I didn't even ask him because they were doing some work outside. I wasn't even sure if he was the property owner, and I just wasn't really in the mood to do like some networking and, you know, start talking to people and try to get some permission. So he invited me over to hunt both of his properties, which are on, you know, a couple acres there, and the rest is history. So I tried hunting the school and ended up getting permission today without even trying. You know, I was just nice to him, you know, saying hi, how's it going, and talking to him from across the road, and he gave me permission without even asking, and it turned out to be a great spot. It's a place I would have door knocked in the future anyway. Just too awesome to pass up. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Alrighty guys, I think this location that I'm hunting now is going to be absolutely amazing. My first signal, it was an 81 about 3 inches down. My first solid signal. Look at that, it's a silver dime. It's a mercury. It's amazing. Look how rich this soil is. It's beautiful. It's not often I call soil beautiful. I'm so used to digging in clay. Alright. Well, looks like this permission's gonna be awesome, so I'll have to get the spray bottle from my car, aka the grenade. Beautiful looking merc there though. We'll keep on the lookout. Alright, I got an awesome signal here that is only about not even a yard away from the other coin. It's pretty shallow, ringing up 89.90, so this is either going to be probably a clad quarter or a silver coin. But since the other one was silver, I figured I'd do it live. So let's go ahead and dig her up. This place is right off of a busy road, as you can tell. I can see it right there. It's a clad quarter. Not bad. A lot of coins here. Just started. Well, I say a lot of coins, but when your first 2 targets within a couple minutes are a silver dime and a clad quarter, you know you're into a good spot. Got an awesome signal right by this old tree stump here. And check this out. I thought it was going to be a coin, but it's a massive Great Seal button. Looks like probably World War II. It's a real heavy one. I actually think it's brass. It's got the shank on it. It's beautiful. Man, that's a great relic right there. It's been a long time since I found one of these. That's a beauty. Awesome Great Seal button. I'm most likely going to be splitting the fines with the property owner here. I think he's going to really like this. So I was right about the property owner being interested in that Great Seal button. After I'd been hunting for about 45 minutes or so, he came over to see what I had found so far, and I was showing him some of the stuff. And as soon as I pulled that button out, he's like, "Oh, can I have that?" And I said, "Go for it." You know, I found them before, and you know, I know you're really going to appreciate it. So I wanted him to have that. So I don't have it to show cleaned up, but it's actually probably the largest one I've ever found. It looks like it was off of an old military peacoat. Okay, a little bit of an update. It's really loud right by the side of the road in the front yard. I didn't film this. I found it by the base of a tree. It's an old makeup compact. I don't think there's anything inside of it, but they get caked with dirt, so you never know. I'll probably do a live opening on this, just in case it's a little cache and there's like coins in there or something. Alrighty, so I have the makeup compact here cleaned up, and it's a pretty nice one. You can see all the gold gilt on it and the pattern. It's actually in quite good shape, except it's obviously crunched up a little bit. Not too bad though. But anyway, it feels pretty light, so I don't think there's anything in it other than some dirt, but you never know if dirt gets in there and you can't hear any coins rattle. I'm convinced that someday I'm going to find one of these that has something inside of it. So let's go ahead and open it. I cleaned it off pretty good. It probably should pop open now without too much effort, because you can see it wasn't completely sealed the whole way. So if I get it right here, it should pop open. At least I hope so. Yeah, it's going to give me a little bit of trouble here. I may have to work on the edges of it with a knife or something. Come on. Ugh. Man. Just doesn't want to go. These always give me trouble trying to get them open. Alright, let me grab my knife. I got a couple other modern coins, and I got a 1965 penny about an inch down in the front. And I found all this. I've barely been here 10 minutes. I came into the back, had a signal here ringing up about 80. And we have it with the pinpointer. You can see the soil is darker right here, so we're right about at it. Might be an old penny or something, but who knows. Just popped it. Should be right there. It is. And the way it, oh, that's why it rang up weird. Look at that. It's a little old coin sandwich. Let's check the hole again before we look at those. Might even be some on here. I bet those are going to be wheats. Let's see if that's picking up the shovel. Yeah. There's more. Oh my goodness. Oh, see it? Another one. I bet these are old pennies. Oh my gosh. There's more down there. This is unreal. Let's go in behind it. Okay. I bet they're in this little clod here now. I can see one right here. It's another penny. Sweet. These definitely look like wheat pennies. No way. Is there more? Well, I'm down into the clay layer, and the pinpointer's giving a weak signal. So I'm gonna bet now that that's just like a nail or some little bits of iron in underneath it. I don't think that's more coins. But I'll definitely check it again with the detector for sure. So let's take a look at these. Yeah, these are wheat pennies. Look at that. That one was stuck to another one. It kind of preserved it. Yeah, I don't see the memorial on any of these unless you could see the wheat ears on the one. Look at that, 4 wheat pennies in one hole. Sweet little spill there. Glad I did that semi-live after I popped the plug. That was fun. Okay, I'm about a yard away from where I found that penny spill, and I checked it again with the detector. There was a lot of iron in the hole, so I was right. There was just a bunch of iron mixed in with those pennies. So I didn't dig any of the rest of that out, because they definitely were not coin signals. It was just straight up iron. Got a signal here. It doesn't hit good all the time. This could be steel or iron. But once in a while, it hits really good, and it has some depth on it. It could potentially be a silver dime that's just not ringing in very good. So let's try it live, and we'll find out. This ground is perfect. We've had a lot of rain too. Well, we're just about down to it. Normally if it's a steel bottle cap, they don't sink very deep if it's full in the detector. So when you get the signal in the bottom of the hole, that's always a good sign. You can tell there's some clay right here. They did do some excavation around where a modern path is up to the house. That is just a piece of, some kind of piece of iron. Looks fairly old though. There's still another signal down under there. It's probably just more iron. Yeah, just some bits of iron. So there's a little bit of a tricky one there. You can tell it was cutting out, but sometimes that's how the deep coins sound, so you never know. We'll keep at it. Well guys, you knew this one was coming. Go ahead and guess what I just found. Right here in this hole, shallow coin signal. A lot of shallow coins here. And it's a first year issue, 1959 Memorial. Knew I was gonna get one. This is great. There's a really wide range of coins in this yard. A lot of activities here, probably post World War II. Sweet. I'm in the backyard of this first place now. This is a very large property and there's 2 houses on it. But anyway, I got a blasting signal back here, and it looks like it's some sort of suspender buckle. Nice brass one, in good shape too. Man, there's just targets everywhere. It's been a long time since I've had a hunt like this. All right, we'll keep at it. This is fun. I went about a foot up from where I found that suspender buckle. It was right under where my coil was there. Only about a foot away from it, I got a beautiful, I mean, absolutely slamming high 80 signal. It's ringing up with depth too, about 4 inches. Pinpointing really nice as well. I think this is going to be a silver coin, probably a dime. I think right under here, looks like they uprooted a tree at some point. Hit like a rock right on that side. Moment of truth. Saw that white root there, caught my eye for a second. I'm like, whoa, silver. Always fools you. There it is, I see it, it's a silver dime. Let's see, what do we have here? Ooh, right in a little orange ant's nest. Sorry guys, gotta take your retirement savings. As you can tell, I haven't gone back to my car yet. No spray bottle. When I go back for a drink, I'll grab it and we'll clean these off. Beautiful mercury dime. All right, let's keep looking. This is so fun. All right, I'm a couple yards away. Another amazing signal. Gotta kick all these balls out of the way. Now this one's not as deep and not as high as the other one. So it may not be a silver dime, but it definitely could be. pinpointing beautifully. I'm almost 100% positive it's either going to be a coin or it could be something like, you know, like a silver ring or something. Could just be a penny, but we're going to find out. I think I just saw something. Maybe not. That's not it. Man, I gotta watch my head. I can hear them falling off the tree there. One of them hit this shed over this way, and it sounded like a gunshot. Right back in here. Ooh, just a little piece of aluminum. Fooled me. Oh well, on to the next. Well, this is odd. You can tell there's been a lot of ground churned up over the years back here. And I had a signal right on top I didn't think was going to be a coin. I literally just went right into these grass roots right here. I thought this was going to be a copper penny from the 70s. And it's actually a 1944 wheat penny. Just literally right under the grass roots. That's crazy. We'll take it. Let's keep looking. Okay, I'm back over where I found the great seal button. I've cranked my sensitivity up and I'm working it real slow. This is not the last time I'm going to be at this property. He said I could come back too just to give him a call, so I'll probably be out here several more times. There's just a lot of ground to cover out here, but anyway. Got a beautiful signal here. Beautiful, not very deep either. This could potentially be a silver coin. Actually, it doesn't sound much different than that button did. Okay, we're right down at it. Should be right here. And do it slow in case it's good. Well, says we're basically touching it. Oh, it was on edge. Looks like a penny. Huh. It's a memorial penny. It's high relief though. It's one of the old ones. 1959 or 1960s. Alrighty, still coin. Okay, I may have something pretty good here. I had a choppy signal around 80 down about 5 inches. Kind of sounded like a deep penny. And here it is. Now it might be a penny, but it's definitely larger. Maybe this one was on the railroad tracks. I love finding those flat pennies when you search next to old railroad tracks because it has the right color and the weight to be a wheat penny. Or maybe not. I could be seeing things, but I think I see the pattern of a cross on there, like in dots. Huh. You see that there? Maybe somebody did some type of artwork on this one. Maybe they turned it into some sort of love token or something. Or like, you know, like a religious thing if that is a cross. But I'm gonna clean it up a second. This might be an old wheat penny that's been worked on. Alright, so I came on the side of the garage over here. And this is what these have been landing on. It sounds like gunshots. One hit this from way high up. Man, imagine that from 30, 40 feet up. Sounded like a gunshot went off. But anyway, check out this old stone fireplace. Awesome. Yeah, I'm not going to have the greatest shot right now with the sun filtering through. I'll show it later. Somebody put a busted jar up there. They've used this lot right here for gardens and stuff like that. But anyway, I just came back here to get away from the traffic a little bit because it's really loud up there. I wiped this coin off a little bit, and there's a bug on me, sorry about that. I actually think it's an Indian head penny that's been potentially flattened by the tracks, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe somebody did something to it after that, but I'll show you here. You can't see much now that it's dried off. But look at the patina on the back of it. When I have it turned the right way, it looks like the bottom of where it would say 1 cent there. And I think there's a wreath up here. If it is an Indian head penny, I believe I'm holding it the right way. And this would be the reverse. I can't tell, but now that I'm holding it like this, look at that coming out now. Is it just me? Is that a bust facing right? Guys, if this is a colonial copper, I'm gonna flip. I'm telling you, I'm not seeing things there. You got the head there facing right. You got the shoulder with the line right there. What on earth is this? If this is a colonial copper, I am gonna flip. Like a King George or something. I've never found one from the 1700s. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to clean this up when I take a break, but at first I thought it was an Indian head, but now that I'm looking at it, I don't know. Maybe that's just the size of it. Maybe it wasn't flattened by the tracks. Yep, just dropped it in between all these walnuts here. They're really coming down. I'm probably gonna get hit with one knocked out. Yeah, that's not as thin as they are when they get run over. Slightly bigger than a penny. Oh my goodness. Stand by. I'm back at my car and I'm looking at this. This might just be a flattened wheat penny. And you can see right there where I thought it had letters there at the bottom. I think that might be where the date is. So maybe a train tracked or some sort of wheat penny pendant. Alright, let's get her cleaned up and take a look at this guy. Okay, so let's see how my little grenade works on these mercury dimes. Yeah, this ain't bad. Hey, this is gonna work pretty good. Let's get that date area real good there. Let's see what we got. Figures the date area is the area that's gonna be stubborn. That one looks like 1942. That one looks like 1930 something. Alright, we'll get them cleaned up a little bit more. It's going to be hard to see this. Let's give that a shot as well. Pretty sure this is a flattened wheat penny now that I've looked at it more. Yeah, can't really tell. I'll work on it a minute and get back to you. I gotta do this fast while it's just right, the moisture level on this. It looks like a wheat penny that's been carved. Looks like they outlined maybe the collar of Lincoln's neck. And I had it on there just for a second. I could see it. It looked like it was 1925. The date kind of is still down on there, the end of it. And it definitely has a cross on the back of it. You can see that there. Kind of enlarged it on the ends there. It's definitely a cross. This is pretty crazy. It's an old piece of artwork somebody turned this into. Like I said, when you get it at the right angle, when it was a little bit wet, I think the last 2 digits there were 25. But yeah, I think they put it on the tracks and then they carved it. Man, this piece had a lot done to it. It's really cool. So alright, I'm going to take a break for a minute and we'll get back out there. Awesome spot. Alright, now I wouldn't normally spend this much time on a penny, but this turns out to be a very, very interesting find. Very fascinating conversation piece. What I believe happened here is I do believe it was flattened on the railroad tracks. It is larger and a little bit thinner, and what they did is probably after they got it off the tracks, it looked like they tried to recarve Lincoln out, because those are not original curves, unless they did still have the general outline that they could redo it. You can see the distinct collar there, and the back line, and they recarved his head, and you can see they even did some detailing in the hair. And man, when you catch it at a certain angle, they might have done something, made it into something interesting that kind of looks like Lincoln but isn't. Now if you catch it at weird angles there, I mean, let your imagination go wild. It almost looks like the head of an animal. And it looks like there's something on top of the head here also. This could be, if you guys have ever seen a hobo nickel, somebody could have carved this to be something similar to a hobo nickel. So this is really, really fascinating. And on the reverse, originally I thought this was a cross, but you can see now that I got it cleaned up, when I tilted it at different angles in the light, there's nothing past the top to finish a cross. So it looks like it may just be the letter T, where they dug all sorts of tiny little indentions to make that potentially an initial, or whatever it's supposed to be. It looks like it's just a T, not a cross. But this is a very interesting piece. I would love to know the story behind this one. Definitely one of the most interesting wheat pennies I've ever found, that's for sure. I got a signal about a couple yards from the road. I thought it was just going to be, it was faint, I thought it was just going to be some can slaw. Looks like I got an old nickel in the hole. It's a Jefferson. Oh man, this is one of the oldies. I think that's 1939. That's the second year they made them. In 1938, there were Buffalo nickels and Jefferson nickels minted. This is the first full year of the Jefferson nickels, 1939. That is sweet. It's been a while since I found one of these Jeffersons from the 30s. Almost as good as a Buffalo there. If it has a D or an S mint mark, it would be actually worth probably $1 or $2. So it's pretty cool. Alright guys, I got the signal I've been waiting for. I'm in the front. This is where I've pulled all the easy coins and wheat pennies, because this is one of the areas that has not been disturbed. Check this out. Absolutely solid mid-90s signal, low to mid-90s. It's very concentrated. There is actually a possibility that this could be a silver $half. It's got the right depth. It's about 4 inches, which is pretty close to about what that nickel was. I'm just saying, it could be a silver $half, maybe a quarter. Just perfect signal. So we're gonna do it live. Let's do this. Pinpoints beautifully. I'm gonna do a fairly large plug, just in case. Moment of truth. Just break some of this up there. Okay, we're right down at it. Okay, I'm gonna go in behind it just a little bit. All right, should be right under here. Hopefully it's something good. Oh, I can see it. Oh my goodness. It doesn't look silver, but it, what is that? It is round. Oh man. Is it gonna be a token? Oh man. It's one of the pre-World War II good luck tokens. Look, it's got the swastika on it. It's got the hole in the top, so this is probably going to be one of the Excelsior Shoe Company tokens. They're one of the early Boy Scout tokens. If it has a horseback rider on the front of it, that's the ones I've found in the past. They're from right around 1910. Oh man, that's about, that is the size of a $50. It's like almost identical. You can clearly see the swastika on there. That's gonna look great cleaned up. Amazing piece of history right there. I'm so glad I did that live.
The swastika was a universally known symbol of good luck for thousands of years prior to World War II. The Excelsior Shoe Company began manufacturing these tokens in 1910 as a sales gimmick aimed at Boy Scouts. They came inside the box when a pair of official Boy Scout shoes were purchased. The intended purpose of the hole in the top allowed you to tie the token directly onto your shoe in order to retain good luck. It's possible that's how this token was lost. Tough luck, kid.
Alright, I'm going to finish this live because I want to show you guys this. It's just awesome, this location. Check out the old path leading up to the house with this big tree, how it's buckled up. And this portion of it's original going up to the house. And right under where my shovel is right here, I just dug a 1956 wheat penny. And I got another coin signal right here that I figured I'd do live because it's right off the old sidewalk. It's just really cool. You never know when these signals can be silver dimes. It rang in the mid-80s, so we'll finish it live. Love digging coins up along these old sidewalks. Well, almost there. Should definitely have it in that scoop. Or maybe not. Nope, right there though. There it is. Old Wheatie. All right, on to the next. Here comes the train again. That with the traffic, man, it is loud here. Looks like I got another wheat penny down there. I'll see you at the next hole. I'll change my camera battery in a second. Finally, that train went by. Still working this old sidewalk here, and this is what I love. I had a signal right here. This is the edge of it right here. I'm almost up underneath it, about 4 inches down. Looks like I got an old nickel in the hole. I think I scraped it a little bit with a shovel. Ooh, it's a buffalo. That is definitely a buffalo nickel. Can't see much on that side, but you can see the Indian right there. I think I might have lightly hit the edge of it with the shovel. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I just did that. Maybe just when I popped the plug, the edge was right there. Oh, looky, looky. Alright guys, I switched over to my Samsung Galaxy S7. I was not prepared today and literally all my camera batteries are dead. I'm still working that edge here of where I've been pulling the stuff out. I pulled that buffalo. I pulled a 1941 nickel a minute ago around the edge, and I kept telling myself, man, there's got to be a war nickel in here. So I ran to my car to get my phone since my camera batteries are dead, and I had already looked at this, but now I got me a silver war nickel. See if we can see the year on it. Let's get the spray bottle out. Alrighty, It's unbelievable the amount of targets by this old sidewalk, just working it slow and digging all the trash out. I'm on the opposite side of it now. I just dug a wheat penny out of there a minute ago. I just found this big lead, what looks to be a fishing weight, but maybe that's some kind of old hem weight, who knows. But I found that buried under the sidewalk. And right down here I had a nice signal, and there's another old coin. Another wheat penny. So many coins on the edge of the sidewalk. I'm going to crank my sensitivity up and work it real slow and dig all the trash out around it. Whew! I am beat, man. That was a good hunt. I was not even expecting to hunt that place. I was probably going to seek permission there sometime. It's across from one of the old skulls that I had mapped out, and when I had started hunting the old skull, the guy came over. He didn't come over, you know, I just waved to him and said, "Hey, how's it going?" And he yelled across the street, "Hey, want to look around my properties?" And he said, "Let's split the fines." And the rest was history. He invited me over to hunt from across the street. But I'll share more of the story later. My battery's about to die here and my bladder's about to explode, so I'll see you in a bit. Howdy everyone. I can't get this open. I tried with my penknife. It doesn't seem like anything will work. It seems like these things are always like really sealed shut from being trampled on and in the ground so long. They just get like super tight. So anyway, I got a little flathead screwdriver and a hammer, and that's what I did on the last one. So I'm going to find the place that is kind of open the most, and we're going to see if we can get it open. So let's do this. I'm going to hold it up with my feet. We're going to give it a little pound here. Get that right in that seam right there, and this should work. Okay, it's coming open now. Didn't actually have to use a lot of force. It's just getting the right angle on it. So, but oh well, what you gonna do? I dented the front of it just a little bit, but you gotta get it open somehow. So, let's see. Let's get this open. See if there's anything in here. Moment of truth. Oh wow, the hinge still works. There is absolutely nothing in this one, which is actually pretty crazy because all the other ones I've ever found have been completely caked with, well, either makeup on the inside or dirt or both. It's actually really surprising that after all them years, nothing seeped into the center of this. It was sealed so tightly. Literally nothing got in there for as long as this has been under the ground. So, well, that's pretty cool anyway. It's still a usable case. Maybe I could throw some cold detecting fines or coins in there or something. I don't know, as a display. And just bend the end of it out a little bit where I had to dent that to get it open. So, one of these days I'll get one that's got some coins or something inside of it. So, hey, we tried. Cool find anyway. I'm your host, JD, and welcome to Speed Weedy. We got a 1956, 1954, 1953, 1951D, 1951, 1950D, 1949S, pretty good one, 1949, 1946, 1944, 1941, 1935, 1935, 1935, 1915, and 1911. Whew! I was surprised to see all those nice old ones cleaned up. This is one of the ones that was in that 4-weedy spill. Man, look at that jade green patina. That is just awesome. And you can see where it was stuck to another coin and preserved in the middle. So I'm not sure which 4 coins were in the same hole, but it was at least that one and probably maybe all the 1935s. Maybe they were like dropped shortly after they got them out of the bank or from back and change or something. Now this 1915 wheat penny, I was super happy to see that when I cleaned it up, because the 1915 is a little bit of a semi-key date. That'd be worth like about $1 or $2. It's pretty worn, so we'll just say it's worth about $1, something like that. The 1911 is in pretty crappy shape, but hey, in 1911, man, that's over 100 years old, as well as that one too. And guess what? Guys, I see it now that it dried off. Can you see it now? Hold it right there. Okay, that is a lady that was carved on there. Okay, so she has curly hair. And if you look toward the bottom, you can kind of see where there's a little eyeball, a little speck for a nose, and a tiny little lip there. I'm telling you, that's what it is.
That was a lady that's carved into there, and it looks like she's maybe wearing a robe or something like that. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is, so maybe it is a love token. And that's maybe the first letter of her name. Good old Tiffany. Okay, I lost it now. It's one of those things, hard to see on there. But yeah, man, that's pretty cool. So I'm really happy to find that. For the clad coins, while I was hunting the school before I went over there, all I found was a modern quarter, dime, nickel, and penny. And off of those properties, this is the only modern stuff that I found. Everything else was old. I found 2 modern quarters and 7 memorial pennies. One's 1959 and like 2 of them are from the 60s. And then the 2 old nickels, I got a 1939 and the 1941. I didn't film. It actually has a mint mark on the back. It's got a D-mint mark, so it's probably like a 50-cent coin too. It's got the suspender buckle and all kinds of trash and stuff. I didn't even pull this up here. Let's see. Oh, there we go. It's open, so you'll get to see. Oh, yeah, of course, I messed up my counter, but it doesn't really matter. I got stuff all over here I haven't cleaned up yet. There's that big hunk of silver I found recently. But yeah, old aluminum lids, cans. Oh yeah, these things I found. These ring up with a pinpointer. They're pretty deep by that sidewalk, like hot rocks. They were like heavily mineralized. They were banking off with the pinpointer. There you go, the usual scrap and all that. So, look at my poor sink. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had a good time making it. Oh my goodness, it took like 7 hours to make this video. I feel like I've been up almost all night. But I hope you enjoyed it. Take care and happy treasure hunting.